show. Now, this is a person we talked about decentralization early on in the show, right? Why would I want to share a government with this person right here? I was looking for the tweet, couldn't find it. I thought I had it bookmarked, but I didn't, and I got kind of lazy and didn't want to go look for it. So my man's John F. Trent over at Bound in the Comics has it. So this guy is running for the Democratic Party. What is he out of? He's out of North Carolina, okay? And this is what he says about Gina Carano. Now, this is Gina Carano talks about, the sort of hypocrisy going on, definitely when you discuss Disney. Remember, she was fired for nothing, by the way. But them lying about the approach to a fucking meme, basically, a picture with some fucking words or a caption on it. That was true, by the way. And apparently that was just could not be tolerated. Meanwhile, she goes on her rant at Whoopi Goldberg, and she just gets 2 weeks and she'll be back like nothing happened. So Mark Judson is this asshole's name. And this is what he said. He said, Gina Carano got fired. Good. She pushed the quote-unquote big lie. She should be in prison, not in movies. Okay. He says also, if Republicans weren't too lazy to read, it's funny that you word that like they're stupid ones, and then you said T-O-O, lazy, which that would be correct. But you say to read as well, T-O-O. I don't think that's quite correct. Says they might Google the definition of seditious conspiracy. It's time to take out the trash. All this does, it doesn't just vindicate Gina Carano. It vindicates everybody as if we needed that from them anyway. We don't. But it just really just proves the point here. And proves my point, especially when I say when you're dealing with these types, you cannot keep presenting the world through your scope that is just false. And I'm saying this for people that are often on my side of things. Because they look at it like we're about logic and reason and all of this. But your enemy, person that's considered you theirs, doesn't play by those same set of principles, rules, and ethics. These people want you fucking dead. They want you broke. They want you imprisoned. They want you out of there. And they're not hiding it anymore. Maybe they got away with it before, but they're not hiding that shit. Obviously, Gina Carano didn't do anything to deserve being in prison. But if it were up to them, they'd have you be in prison. Because they're evil. Now, look, the only thing that we've seen over the last, let's say, 2015 up until now, is that more people have told on themselves. They've become maybe it was the Trump phenomenon and people just got crazy as fuck because, he came on the scene and it just triggered something in a lot of people and they just went fucking crazy. Maybe. I don't know. But seriously, more folks now that are among politicians, that are members of the authoritarian left, I just flat out told you where they stand. And they hate your guts. And I know that the good in you thinks that you have to try to approach them the same way that you would approach, let's say, yourself in the event you looked in the mirror. You're not dealing with that person. You are dealing with a person that, again, I always use my boxing analogy. I'm going to sign this video off using it again. It's the equivalent, what a lot of you guys do. It's the equivalent of entering into a boxing match. Your opponent has compromised gloves. He has bought off the judges, and he has bought off the referee, and he has told you he is going to fight dirty. What a lot of you guys do is enter that boxing ring still trying to fight him straight up with honor, no low blows, nothing cheap, even though your enemy does not abide by those rules. That's a losing battle and a losing effort. And I don't want you to lose. I want Liberty to win. But in order for Liberty to win, you have to acknowledge the cultural landscape. And you are dealing with a dirty fucking enemy that fights dirty as fuck. Will use any given tactic if it means being a hypocrite to something that they said 20 minutes ago. They don't care if they can use it against you. Stop approaching it as if they are ethical, moral, principled people. They have none of those. They don't care about that. They're only in the interest of winning and, more precisely, punishing who they deem as their political enemies. This is a dangerous enemy, and you should treat them as such, but don't be so stupid to the point to where you are like, oh, I'm going to reach across the aisle, and I don't want to be like them, and all right, you're going to fucking lose. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Cannon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.